Hey guys, since the Thorns Alter banner rapidly approaches us now, I decided to do this video in which I will talk about if Thorns the Lodestar will be worth your heart and or random. And without further ado, let's get into his kit info. First of all, Thorns decided that having a high ground is beneficial and now is a fully fledged ranged unit. Also, his class has changed from a guard to an alchemist specialist, and it makes him our first 6-star alchemist operator in itself. His subclass is pretty interesting. It utilizes those little alchemy drones to do the buffing and debuffing from his skills, and it also means when he casts his skills, he doesn't enter the SP lockout state, and instead immediately starts charging his skill when he casts out the alchemy drone. Moving to his passive talents, first of all we have a global ASP debuff for all allies and ASPD debuff for all enemies, and its values is 5, which gives us as an attack speed increase by like 0.5 milliseconds, which is kinda meh. But hey, you can always stack those to actually make a difference. On his second talent we have a 10% attack increase, as well as an increased uptime on his alchemical drones by 3 seconds if he has allies in his range, which in 99% of cases you want him to have, cause his skills feature healing by the way. Let's head to those now. First skill is a generic healing skill that heals the main operator and any operator in surrounding 8 tiles and provides a flat defense boost, which is kinda nice, but I believe that his healing can also heal enemy units, so Majok fans, you can finally use her on Poison Haze stages. I don't recommend mastering this skill as his skill 2 is just straight up better version of this one. In his skill 2 he throws an funny disco ball which for 50 seconds decreases enemies healing by 50%, deals some decent arts damage per second to all enemy units, recovers HP for all allies in its range, as well as slowly increase its range over its duration. Now this is a pretty good skill, and while the healing reduction is a pretty niche, it can come in clutch while dealing with some of the healing enemies, and even outside that, it's still a versatile skill that both deals damage and heals allies, which makes it worth mastering at least to mastery level 1. And now let's go over to his bread and butter, kill 3. It has an passive effect of increasing his attack range, and upon activation he will throw his drone at 3 units with the lowest block count, and for 20 seconds enemies in a certain area will have their attack, def and resistance reduced, as well as take 150% of Thorns attack as arts damage every second, and over time these effects can increase to a max point of minus 25% attack, 45% defense shred and minus 45% resistance, which is very good, not gonna lie, definitely a skill worth the mastery 3. In conclusion, is Thorns Alter worth pulling? That depends if you have already established roster of characters, so if you are a beginner I would recommend maybe firstly getting a good established roster going of maybe some DPSs, and if you have an already maxed out squad and you are an endgame player, I can see Thorns bringing a lot of value to your account. While he isn't a meta-defining support unit, he still can hold his own in various stages, so I would say he is worth the random. Thanks for watching guys. If you enjoyed, then like, subscribe for more content like this, as I would love to reach 1000 subs this year, and if you have any criticism on my video format, then leave them below in the comments. That's it for today, I will catch you later, peace.